A sociopath will destroy you much more than a narcissist ever could. Dating a sociopath after dating a narcissist, you feel like you have finally found your true love. Finally someone attentive, caring, kind, etc. Feels so sweet after dating someone so self-obsessed, never asking about you and constantly making you apologize. Always flipping the script. I have done this, but you have done this and that in the past, which never bothers me and does not bother me now either. But I need some points against you. It only feels good because it is only slightly better than how your caregivers treat you. So why will a sociopath destroy you more than a narcissist ever could? Narcissists are chaotic, impulsive, assaulting. Sociopaths are cold-blooded, always calculating what has more contribution to their social standing. I'll tell you a story of my client, of course with her permission. And I'm not saying that man is a sociopath, but he is at least toxic as hell. Stay till the end. My client met a man with a strong magnetic pull during the reconstruction of their family house. Attentive, listening, giving a lot of additional questions to what she was saying, displaying a genuine interest in her inner world. Seeming a little shy, narcissism excluded. And what woman does not like when a man becomes a little shy in front of her, right? She experienced a short fairy tale dating with him, but fast forwarded 4 years into the present. Now she knows the man was married at that time and didn't want to end the marriage, stating, I thought you knew I was married. And while sleeping with her, I imagined you. Now he's married to another mistress of his, with whom he has been having an affair while claiming, I've never had an affair. My client stated, I don't know whom he was imagining when, but I don't care. He stole a lot of money during the reconstruction by claiming more hours on site than he had really spent there. This time he was spending with other women, but letting my client pay him for hours on site. He claimed more hour fee for his employees, but did not pay this money out. He kept it instead for him and his women. And he even stole property from the house, so dumb. He pictured my client as mentally unstable and crazy after she ended up in a psychotherapy after experiencing his abuse. And the smear campaign of his first wife, who created fake accounts on my client, sending her self-assaulting images under the name of my client. He stood up behind his first wife, even though he knew the truth. But he didn't want to appear as the bad guy in the public eye. He even threatened my client to publicate her messages to him while she was in psychotherapy, breaking down because of him. When divorced, he calculated, choosing the other woman is better for him than choosing my client. The other woman does not require accountability. She uses him for money and assaults him, but does not require accountability. My client, not knowing she was not the only mistress of this man, when found out about his immediate relationship after his divorce, this is a sign that the woman has already been there during the marriage. She feared him making a new family with this other woman instead of her. She still saw a chance. She still saw the charm from the beginning. This man listened carefully to the pain of the woman, what she fears the most. And he decided to purposefully create exactly that. He thought, oh, she gives me a recipe how to hurt her, how to wound her, and how to get her into a weak, controllable position. The woman got pregnant and the wedding came not long after. He claimed he didn't want a child with my client, but when he could hurt her, he created exactly her biggest desire of her life, but with someone else. Family, house, home, children, community, family business, shared goal, shared purpose, shared mission. Repeating the cycle from the first marriage. This woman always knew about my client and was jealous of her. Started smear campaign against my client, digging stuff up, finding nothing, so making stuff up, penetrating my client's friend group, sneaking in front of her house, lurking into her social media under fake accounts, discrediting her in front of the whole community with lies. My client was fed up and really brave. On the birthday of this man, she cancelled the contract for the house reconstruction, refusing to pay him any more compensation for what he had stolen and for what he had built a new house for his other mistress, now wife. How he destroyed her relationships with other people by lying about her. And for the smear campaign of his new wife, he covered also for her, stating that they have shared locations and she could have never been at the place of living of my client. And this lie was not strong enough for him, so later he stated they were together on that day. This man calculated, and he calculated very thoroughly. He calculated that the other mistress would not hold him accountable for behaving like an asshole toward my client. And he discarded my client and created with exact precision what would hurt her the most. So cruel are people. But he overcalculated. Now he has a woman who causes havoc everywhere they go, and he says, she'll be the death of me. She is explosive, assaults others, and shows them how she despises them when being questioned, threatening them with pills and beverages, and showing them that she's more than others because of the money this man earns. Sadly, they have only huge debts, and this man attempts to cover it with withholding wages of his employees. His social standing went down with this woman. People are saying, oh no, he brought the woman with him again. And they despise him for what he had done to my client. He also underestimated the strength of unconditional love. It's irreplaceable. And once my client stopped caring energetically, her blessings stopped flowing away onto this man. He consumed these blessings. He used them to build his own life up. He became even more attracted in the eyes of the other mistress, not because of his own essence, but because of the blessings and the energy of my client. What my client learned and changed during the time with me, she took her energy back into her energy field and let it circulate only in her energy field, down the spine and up the spine again. That's when the karma started hitting the man, started opening his eyes to seeing his life is in the gutter. And when she has a thought of this man, she knows it's him trying to siphon her energy. So she has learned to close these portals through which he was siphoning her energy. And instead, she redirects this energy into her instead of leaking it to him. She stopped caring about his childhood traumas. She recognized it's not her weight to organize his energetic chaos. His energetic rubbish is only covering up for his inner disconnection and emptiness. This reclamation of her energy only multiplies her wealth, health, her glow up, her impact, soulful relationships, creativity, and social recognition. That's what happens when you cut off someone's soul-sucking. She also recognized this man was not genuinely kind, caring, or interested in people, only in order to be relevant, recognized, remembered, and important, in order to later have access to others' resources, charming them and then pushing them to be it either his way or the highway, always blaming circumstances or other people for his shitty behavior, enacting his victim facade. He took my client's wishes and he gave it to someone else, to punish her, to destroy her, to control her. But he overcalculated, and instead he built her up. Be like her, build your inner strength. And beware of people who act, all the lights on me, not seeing you and only looking for distractions from their inner emptiness by energetic gains from others and flashes on them.